In this session, we will be discussing about the functions and objects. How to pass the functions, how to pass the objects to the functions. So here, objects are passed to functions through of standard called by value mechanism. Okay, it is not called by reference; it is called by value mechanism. Means that a copy of an object is made. And that is when it is passed to a function. Okay, so whenever please see this example. In this example, let's see one complex class. Okay, whenever the complex class is defined, what all things will be there in a complex number? There will be a real part and an imaginary part. Real and imaginary part. Okay, so we have created one integer real. Complex number means it has got a real part and imaginary part. So real, I have created one real part and imaginary part, and there are two constructors. One is a default constructor, one is a parameterized constructor. Okay, and here is here is one display function which will display the real and imaginary part of this thing. Okay, it will be displayed like what 2 plus I 3, 4 plus I 4, like that it will be displayed. Okay, so let's say if I am creating like this, what will happen? Complex C 2 comma 3 2 plus I3, like that it will be displayed. And here if I am calling this function complex int a comma b, what will happen? This a will be initialized with 2, b will be initialized with 3. So what will happen? The real part of c1 will be 2, the real part of imaginary part of c1 will be 3. Okay, if I am calling this function c1 dot display, what will happen? It will display something like 2 plus I3. Okay, and here in this C2, what will be the real part? It will be 4, and the imaginary part will be what? The 4. Okay, so C2 dot display will execute here, and what it will display? It will display 4 plus I4. Let us execute this thing. So you can see in this thing, C1 dot display produces the output as 2 plus I3, and C2 dot display will create the output as 4 plus I4. Okay, now let's see this function. Okay, this complex, the same thing, and I have done something like this. Okay, complex C1 2 comma 3. Okay, C2 is here. Okay, and C2 is not initialized. I have used the default constructor, so it is not initialized like that. Okay, and what I have done is C2 is equal to C1. What will happen here? C2 is equal to C1. It will copy, or it will assign the real imaginary part of C1 to C2, and C2 will also contains the display function. Okay, so what is happening here? And here we can see this ampersand C1 is the address of C1, ampersand C2 is the address of C2 object. Okay, and here we can see they are not same objects. Okay, they are different objects only, C1 and C2, but the values of the C1 and C2 will be equal. Okay, so let's see what is. I have added one more thing here. Let's not do this now. Okay, let's comment it and let's build this thing. So what is the output here? In this case, what happened? C1 is created with 2 and 3 and displaying what? 2 plus I3. Okay, and it is displaying what the address of C1. So here you can see the address of C1 here. Okay, address of C1 is here. And now what we have done, we have done the C2.display. Here you can see the values of real and imaginary part is copied. Okay, copied from C1, 2 and 3, 2 and 3. Okay, and but here you can see ampersand C1 is what? Ampersand C2 will display the another object and another address here. So C1, the C1 and C2 are not same, they are different objects, but we will have the values of this thing same. Okay, the real part is 2, for C1 it is 2, and C1 the imaginary part is 3 only, and using that we are just assigning the values. The real and imaginary part of C2 becomes what? 2 and 3, but these two objects are not same. Okay, so let's see one example. So we can see here, if we want to pass this as an argument, what will happen? Okay, so if we are passing it as an argument, it will be done like this. Okay, all the values of all the elements or all the properties of C1 will be assigned to C2, but they are the different thing. Okay, so it is called by value only. So here in this example, here we have the EMP1 and we have the EMP2. Okay, if I am passing I am passing this object using an object assignment or using a function call, what will happen? The attributes of this EMP2 will be assigned with the this employee one's data. Okay, only these two are what the instances of the same classes. It is not the same object. These are the two instances of same class, like the C1 and C2. Okay, so now how we can we can pass the objects as argument. So here we can see there is one class complex and we have the function called add. Okay, void add int x comma complex c. Okay, I have added what I have created one function as add, and I am taking the argument as int x and complex c. Okay, so how we can access it? Here in this main we have created two objects, complex obj comma s1. Okay, what will happen here? In this case, obj dot add 6 comma s1. What will happen here? Here this x is equal to 6 and c is equal to s1. So a copy of this s1 will be loaded here, and here inside the side we can use the values or use the attributes of s1. Okay, and here if we want to let's say return an object. So what we have to do as a return type, just like our int, float, like that the data types, we have to mention the whichever the class name as the return type. So here we are adding, we are using complex c as an argument, and after execution it is returning one complex value, complex object. Okay, so like this we can do. Let's say obj dot add 6 comma s1, and what will happen here? It will return an object and object of type complex, and it will be assigned to obj. So this is an example, or this can be a practice problem. Program to create a class paper with its properties width and height. So you have to create what? A class paper. The properties or the attributes will be what? Width and height. Okay, and we have to find the characteristics of a magazine cover. Okay, width, height, perimeter and area using the objects as the argument. Okay, if we are passing this paper as an argument, then using the width, height and area, width, height, perimeter and area, we have to find the characteristics. Okay, so what we have to do in that paper, we have to create the properties width and height, and we have to find out what is the perimeter and what is the area, and using that characteristic, that these are characteristics we have to find out. Okay, and we have to use the we have to use the object as an argument to one of its member classes. Okay.